Have you ever been in a job interview with someone who only talks about business and they really are just drilling down on the things that you've done and projects that you've worked on, and it feels as though there's no time to build rapport and not even any interest? My name's Anna Papalia, and I discovered interview styles and wrote a book on it, Interviewology, the New Science of Interviewing. And did you know that we all interview in one of four ways? You interview as either a charmer, challenger, examiner, or harmonizer, which means that if this happened to you, it's most likely that you were being interviewed by an examiner. Whether you're a job seeker or a hiring manager, you can be any of these interview styles. And if you are interviewed by an examiner, most likely they're going to keep it to business. They're very private. They're very stable. It's important to understand what your interview style is and the styles of everyone else interviewing you, so you understand how your wires may get crossed. And this is also how we can manage our expectations in the job search. For more tips on how to interview better, get an Interviewology profile to discover your interview style. And you can get my book where I outline all of the interview styles, the key takeaways, and the strengths and overused strengths of each interview style. The number one mistake most people make when they receive a job offer: they just accept it. They accept it on the spot. I know you're excited and you've been looking for a while and you just really want to be done with looking for a job, but this is the worst thing that you can do. Number one, because companies never lead with their best offer. They always have more money, so you always have to negotiate. Number two, this weird myth that people believe that if you try to negotiate, they're going to take your offer away. I've been doing this for 20 years and I've never seen anyone's offer rescinded. I have only heard of people offers getting rescinded if they do it unprofessionally. And there are ways that you can try to negotiate that will put a bad taste in their mouth and have them rescind your offer, which would be if you ask them for something and then they give it to you and then you're like, ooh, okay, they're willing to give me stuff. I'm going to ask for another thing and then another thing. And you treat the salary negotiation like a hostage negotiation. Listen, know everything that you want up front, ask for it once so they can come back to you with their answer, and then that's it. You have to be prepared to accept or decline. That's it. It's just one round. You can't keep going back and forth. Trust me on this, okay? Always negotiate and do it professionally, and you won't get your offer rescinded. That doesn't really happen. Good luck in your upcoming salary negotiations, and follow me. When you receive a job offer, the worst thing that you can do is to accept it on the spot. My name's Anna Papalia, and I've taught over 10,000 people how to interview better. And when you receive a job offer, you should always say, thank you so much. Is this negotiable? When I tell people that you should always negotiate a job offer, always say, is this negotiable? I always get these three questions. Number one, what if they lie? Number two, what if they say it's not negotiable? And number three, the biggest pervasive myth of all, if I negotiate, they're going to rescind my offer. I heard of a friend or so-and-so that tried to negotiate and they took his offer away. Let me answer all three of these questions. Number three, when you ask them, is this negotiable? People will often say, well, they'll just lie. Why would they do that? They've just interviewed 20, 30, or 40 candidates, and they've decided that they want you. Why would they lie to you? You are the person that they want. You are the person that they have decided has the skills and is the right person for the job. And most likely, they're going to do anything that they can in their power to get you on board. And if that means an extra 5 days PTO, they'll do it. An extra 10 grand in a sign-on bonus, they'll do it. They don't want to go back to interviewing in the same way that you don't want to go back looking for a job. You got it? Or two, when you say, is this negotiable? They may say something like, I'm not sure. Let me go talk to the CFO. Let me run it up the flagpole. And they may come back to you and say, no, I'm sorry. This is our best offer. People are always asking me, what do I do now? Well, you have to ask yourself a critical question. Is the offer that they made you, the salary, the PTO, the benefits, good enough for you? For the job that you're going to have to do, are you okay with this? Can you sleep at night, knowing that for the next 2 to 4 years, you're going to be locked into this salary? That's the decision that you have to make. If they say it's not negotiable, this is our best offer, you also know that you got their best offer. So you have to decide, is that the one that you want to live with? And number one, the myth that drives me absolutely crazy, I think it's an urban legend. Anytime I make posts about negotiating salaries, someone pops in the comments and says, yeah, well, I know so-and-so or someone who tried to negotiate their job offer and got their offer rescinded. I have been in HR and recruiting for 20 years. I have also coached and taught over 10,000 people how to interview. I have never, ever seen anyone get their offer rescinded. Now, what I think is happening here is people are conflating interviewing and negotiating poorly with getting their offer rescinded. There are a couple things that you can do in the negotiation process that will absolutely get your offer rescinded. If you ask if something's negotiable and then you tell them that you want something and then they come back to you with a revised offer and then you say, well, and I also want more PTO and I want a better title, and then they call you back and they give you those things and then you do it again. And you treat the salary negotiation like a hostage negotiation. That, in that way, you will annoy them so much and they will think that you are so unprofessional that they will rescind your offer because you will leave a really bad taste in their mouth. But on the whole, 99.9% of the time, if you simply say, is this offer negotiable? Is this your best offer before I go and think about this? They are not going to rescind your offer. But if they do rescind your offer for simply asking if an offer is negotiable, you don't want to work there anyways. Trust me. Oh, wait, and here, one more thing. Often people will ask me, or they'll just tell me that they're annoyed that companies are always trying to get away with paying people the least amount of money. Give me a break. If you were a business owner or if you ran a company, wouldn't you be shrewd with your money as well? Wouldn't you make sure that you're not starting with your best offers? Because you don't really know what this person can do. You start low. They never start with their best offer because they're going to see what you can do. Once you get in there, you might get a promotion and you'll get more money, but they're not going to make you their best offer out of the gate. For more tips on how to interview better and 10 questions to ask when you get an offer to get more money, get an Interviewology profile that lists all the things that you should ask in the negotiation phase. Follow me and good luck in your upcoming interviews. Receive a job offer, don't accept it on the spot. That is the absolute worst thing that you could do because companies don't lead with their best offers. And if you accept, you're leaving money on the table. Here's what you do. You say, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm really excited. Next thing, is this negotiable? They're either going to say yes or no. If they say no, you know you've gotten your best offer. If they say yes, you need to go back to them with a number, maybe 5K or 10K more than what they offered you. Trust me on this. Companies